If you ever chime in on the podcast, do it with that modulator you have.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Tony is the voice of Satan.
Yeah, instead of the voice of God.
It wasn't plugged in all the way. I knew something was
Oh,
weird.
nice. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Good.
Yeah. I do love that there's like controls on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like y'all's voices.
I like it a lot.
You don't like my voice?
No, I love your voice. That voice is great.
What about the one that Tony
The
did?
little scary ones are a little scary. You know what I mean?
We haven't even.
Yeah. Keep going.
We haven't even smoked yet, so I don't know why.
dude. I'm about to. I
Here's
feel
the thing:
high.
the pitch that's at right now isn't Alvin and the Chipmunks as much as just Trans Scott. Oh, it went away. Damn it.
Y'all can't see my legs, can you?
No.
Okay, that's all I need to know. I got an ingrown toenail.
Did you
right
not
now.
shave them?
No, I got an ingrown toenail right now, so I know if you can't see my legs, you can't see my feet.
No.
And that's much more important. I got a big toe right now, boy.
Real big?
Real big.
Biggest toe?
Biggest toe, yeah. Dude, I saw this thing. We can save it.
Is it recording?
Yeah,
We're
we're
great.
on. Go.
Dude, I saw this fucking thing the other day. This whole girl, right? And it's on one of them weird feet shows, you know? Like they have like, it started with Dr. Pimple Popper.
Why are we?
Oh, yeah. How'd you just come across weird feet shows?
No,
You
but
just
also, like, why are we
scanned
just
your
going to
feet?
start with kink shaming? Why does it got to
No,
be
we're
weird?
not. No,
why
it-
why
well,
can't it
that's-
just be a foot show?
Hey, listen, if you're into feet, it is just weird, but you like that it's weird. I'm not shaming you.
One of
that
the
you
10
like,
commandments of the podcast is we don't king shame.
I'm not king shaming. It is hot to you. It is weird, and that's what makes it hot to you. No shame. No, it is. I'm
Thank you for clarifying.
kink appreciation. If that's your thing, I don't like feet. But this girl, you know those boots that you get whenever you hurt yourself. This old girl had a boot that she tried to be like, oh, I just had a baby, so like I can't.
Is that like a Scandinavian thing
What do you mean?
where you injure yourself and you celebrate with a new pair of boots?
No. She had like a
Like a fertility ritual.
She had
Yeah,
like not a
yeah.
cast, but it was like a big boot that you would wear to keep it in place. You know what I'm talking about. The cat like the boot.
Yeah. I
She
knew
wore
the whole time. That's
she wore the boot for 2 years and never took it off. She showered with it, everything.
Oh,
boy,
man.
you want to talk about?
Oh, no.
the
When she took that
grossest
off.
foot
No.
you've
There was
ever-
no foot left.
There was though.
Just bone and fucking
No,
gangrene.
it was all swollen.
Yeah.
It was all. It looked like
like
water.
it hadn't been out in
Like
the
it hadn't
sun.
been out in 2
Waterlogged.
years.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
she showered, and they were like,
did you pop it?
No, I wasn't around. They didn't. They just the doctor, like the foot doctor or whatever. She was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever smelled." She was like, "I work with feet and have for 25 years. This is the worst thing I've ever smelled." I watched all 11 parts on TikTok.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, full 30-minute episode on just
Yeah, absolutely.
this girl, and it's just different cuts of her foot. Love it. It was the grossest thing I'd ever seen.
What's wrong with
Absolutely.
you?
A lot. I don't know. I can't do pimple pop videos anymore. They've just gotten too much. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's aggressive.
It's
very
too much.
aggressive.
Like I used back in the day, you'd get a little Vine compilation, 6 seconds. That's fine. TikTok, you can have a 10-minute pimple pop video. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just leaking the whole time.
Leaking the whole time. This fluid.
Really?
Ugh. Yeah, I love it.
Links below.
Yeah, swollen foot, dude.
Yeah, that's a good way to start. Welcome to the Stoney Baloney podcast, Tre Pack.
Yeah,
It's good to have you back.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Although
to
for
be
the
here.
first time for our guests, but we have done this before.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I know.
They'll never know.
They'll never know. They'll never
Well,
know.
now they know.
Now they
but they'll
know,
never
yeah.
see it.
That's you can subscribe. It's $1 million on
Ooh,
Patreon.
It's a Patreon. Yeah, it's definitely a Patreon.
I'll put it out on Patreon.
We
for
should.
$1 million.
We should just drop all of the incomplete paid episodes. we
I
have on
actually
Patreon.
already have 300 copies made on vinyl.
Perfect.
Nice.
They're all signed. You
Excellent.
guys, I had you sign them. You don't remember probably. But yeah, so we're gonna release that collector's editions.
Excellent. That would be
They're all
really fun.
numbered and signed.
I actually dig it. That episode was fun. I did have a good time.
It was a great time.
Yeah, I am scared.
Let's
though.
redo it.
Well, no, because last time I
Just word for word, start to finish. All right, go.
no, I can't do that.
No, that was like a year ago.
I was smoking weed regularly at the time, and now I am not. So this is going to be very different. I may go fully catatonic. In
So
this
you're saying
episode.
you want to smoke some weed?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
I
weed, obviously. Legal THCA because this is Texas.
Right. The Delta 7 or whatever.
I don't know if you remember, but we smoked a blunt and did a bunch of dabs in the parking lot before you got here. So I've been.
How would I remember
We've
that?
pretty much both been catatonic.
Why would I remember the thing I wasn't here
Well,
for?
because we told you earlier before.
Oh,
we were
yeah, you
recording.
did tell me. I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed,
you don't
but
listen.
you've been carrying the conversation the entire time, pretty much since you got here.
Oh, have I?
And,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'm so high that I'm like, let him go. Let him do it. Just let him do
Just
it.
let him cook.
I'm not going to.
He's cooking shit, but let him cook,
Yeah,
dude.
don't
I love it.
interrupt the flow.
Fuck yeah. No, the new studio is super cool.
Thank you.
The Nudio. I love it, man.
The
Super
Nudio.
cool in here.
Yeah.
The Nudio.
That's what the couch is for over there.
Yes.
Ooh. Dude, you think you could fuck? You can't fuck on that. This is
I can fuck on that couch.
what's great about a visual podcast is bringing
You can't fuck on
it's
that
like
couch.
bringing up something that's not clearly in view.
That's
at all.
not, yeah, nowhere
that no
near
one can
where
see.
anybody can see. Exactly.
Yeah, no, there's a little bitty, just a step up from a futon. Very nice, very modern couch. You can't fuck on that.
Including the legs. It's got modern little skinny
It's got
stiletto
little,
legs.
yeah. It's like
I have a couch kind of like, well, okay, now I'm looking at the legs.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm fucking up one of those legs, probably.
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's a
All right.
especially if you accidentally come from like a corner and you're hitting all your weight on one
I
leg.
have to come from a
there's no-
corner. and I
Have
have
you
to-
we
We already know what angles have to be done on this couch, and then you know that that's the one.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay,
It's gonna be good.
Have you broken a bed before?
Have I
Yeah.
broken a bed before? I
Like
don't
in the
think
act,
so.
like you're fucking some girl on a bed breaks.
Yeah.
you
I've
have.
I've
That-
fucked a
like
couple
several.
beds. Couple. Yeah, I used to have real cheap, shitty beds.
Dude, I am like the Shaquille O'Neal of breaking beds. Like he
Nice.
broke backboards like a few at different points in his career. That's been me. Not broken a bed in a while. Beds have gotten good.
Do you replace them?
What was the first time it happened to me? I was 16. I had just had knee surgery, so I had like this big fucking like the boot, but it was for my whole leg, right? And this girl was on top because I couldn't get on top. I was still wearing the thing, and she was.
Oh, you were like fucking with
I just
with
have
your
my
RoboCop leg.
full leg,
Nice.
wrapped up in this post surgery thing, and she got on top and just we broke the bed. And you want to talk about embarrassing is having some girl, and she was like a petite, like like just an average sized girl, like you know what I mean. And they're watching this girl try to like help. I'm at a decline now, you know what I mean?
and one-legged.
One-legged, and I can't even swing the leg to get momentum, watching her try to like help me just get to enough momentum to sit up at the time, and that was 200 pounds ago. I mean, that's crazy.
So what are you doing these days?
How'd you get out? Did
No, I got-
family members have to come? And,
No.
and-
She got me like we got me up, dude. But this was like, I mean, I was probably 300 pounds at the time. I'm 440 now, so it was like now I would just still be there. Like if I roll over onto my
like if it happened now, it's done.
it's over. If I roll over on my back in the middle of the night while I'm asleep, I have to like pull on the CPAP like tube to pull me up.
That is such a fantastic visual.
And
Do you
it's
talk
like,
about that on stage? Because you should. That's
I've
really
If
funny.
you haven't said that line on stage, Jesus
That's
Christ,
your-
that is
It's
fantastic.
like your rappel rope.
the only thing I have about I've been saying
It's your Rapunzel.
Yeah, I'm just like fucking help, dude. I've not broke a bed in a while though. But dude, it's same. I've said this for forever, man. Like if I get hurt or like if I always say like I never get too drunk out in public because if I pass out, let's say I pass out back at the creek in the cave, I just am sleeping there that night. Like you guys aren't no one's carrying me out of there. I just live there now.
Have you
Old jelly
heard
roll you
about
out the door.
weighing less?
Have I thought about
Have you
weighing
heard
less?
about
Have I heard
weighing
about it?
less?
I've heard it's a fucking rumor, dude. Yeah, I mean, I've lost. I quit smoking weed and I lost like 20 pounds.
He's tried cocaine.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Oh,
I did like people were noticing that I was losing some weight and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Not eating halal at Vulcan and then Wendy's on the way home and then ordering Uber Eats an hour later."
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
And also the gummy bears I got at the grocery store on the way.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, let's see what we got just here at the house. Oh, not enough. Got to Uber. Got to Uber Eats. Yeah, you stopped
That's
it.
tough on your fucking bank account too, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. But yeah, I mean, like quitting smoking and then just hits joint immediately after.
Uh-huh.
Quitting smoking and
Is
then
that one not on?
So I'm saving money there, and then I'm saving money by not eating, $200 worth of food a day.
Yeah, that helps.
Like the way that
What's that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna be like that guy who quit smoking cigarettes and then he's super obnoxious to everybody who still smokes cigarettes, but about not being fat anymore.
Yeah,
I'm like, why are you still doing that?
I've only had to
Me too,
leave.
bud.
I only had to leave the green room like once.
I can't wait to shame every one of their man tits.
No, it's gonna be so great.
Oh,
Dude, if I lost weight, I'll die.
I'll be insufferable.
I will be dude. I will have no friends. I will have several kids because girls will because I'll just be a dick. So girls will be like, "Oh, this is even better," and then I'll just pop out a bunch of kids and then just die. I will get AIDS if I lose 100 pounds. I'm certain of it.
You're gonna start fucking dudes?
That's not.
I'll fuck if I lose that much weight. I'll fuck whoever. Like
Yeah,
we're
I'd say
good.
yes.
I'm doing like
It's a soft yes.
dude, Jelly Roll.
Oh, no, it's a rock hard yes.
It will be.
Jelly Roll like exists. Like
Yeah, he does.
and that guy just existing and being married to the woman that he's married to has opened the door for me to get pussy that I have no business getting. Because people are fans of his wife and his wife is attractive. So attractive women correlate their happy life and then see me and I am just also fat and from Tennessee. And for some reason they do the math and it goes, oh, well, Bunny's happy and she's fucking Jelly Roll, so I'm going to fuck Trey, even though he's an open micer in Austin and doesn't sing at all. And they get disappointed, but we're in there. You know what I mean?
Are you gonna get some face tattoos? Is that what you're getting at?
Ooh, yeah.
I would.
What would your first one be?
I have to get everything else covered first.
And then what would your first take?
My first face. I don't know. Probably something here, like down my fucking sideburn next to my beard. I think. I don't know.
What about a tattoo of a sideburn? Don't you?
Dude, have you seen these guys that get beard tattoos and they look
it's super
aggressive?
sad.
Jamie, look that up. Do we have? No, it's fine.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Satan is our producer, not Jamie. First of all.
Satan, pull that up for us.
Yeah, man. No, it's Jelly Roll. That's like something I'm having to. Like people talk about, like Barbie gave girls an unrealistic beauty standard, right? But it's like I have that guy that I don't even like his music that much. I've learned to love it because.
So you're saying Jelly Roll is giving men an unrealistic beauty standard to live by?
Yeah, it's like if I want,
how are we gonna get that big?
He's my hero because of his success and the things that he's accomplishing. His accomplishments with women, like his wife is super hot. That's the only thing you need in the world. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, what do I need to do to look like Jelly Roll? Just keep eating, just get face tattoos, do meth, maybe do like 5 years in state pen. We'll be Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
And then some.
You
Do you have a
without the
list?
last
Have you
part.
written all this down somewhere?
No, I need to though.
Okay,
I need to make it happen. Anyway, how are you guys? How's y'all's day?
Good.
You guys are so high, and I'm not yet. And that's great.
I'm listening. He's not high enough.
Oh no, I didn't
heard
mean
you.
it like that.
No, you
don't.
did. No, you
Oh,
did.
That was an insult.
Yep.
It wasn't though.
No, it was taken. It was personal, and it was received.
It should. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how this thing works. To be honest,
Nobody
with you.
does. It's alien
That's
magic.
exactly.
It's witchcraft.
Is the top? Is there a hole in the top? There's a hole in the top. So why doesn't the smoke escape out the top? And that's okay. All right. Well,
It will escape. See, it escaped. You're okay until that hits.
you didn't have to do that.
I did. Because you were talking shit.
I wasn't talking shit.
You were talking mad shit.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unexpected occurrences. Outcomes.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. Do you guys have stories? I have a good one. I think. Jesus Christ!
I
why?
hope so, because that's the whole.
Yeah, we're kind of
That's the
banking
whole
on you to tell us a
podcast
good
is that
story.
You'll tell stories.
That should give me enough time to come back down to earth and I can tell my story.
Is that what we want to do? My story?
Yeah, your story goes first.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't. I feel like I went last time. It doesn't matter. Unexpected outcomes. Okay, so let me set the scene for you. Okay, it is July 7th, 2013. 2008. I was 13 years old. Okay. To give you an idea, when my 7th grade year ended, I was roughly 5'3", maybe 320 pounds. Mm-hmm. Just the fattest, grossest, like just playing Fortnite in my whitey tidies. Not Fortnite, Guitar Hero. That was whatever. Mm-hmm. Just play it, just gross and fat and small and whatever. Yeah, just, I'm just looking in a mirror now. I want to say I was built then like I'm built now. That's like, I just
but
didn't.
Small.
Just shorter.
I didn't know, yeah.
Just a smaller
a foot shorter, yeah.
Yeah.
But just as round. That summer, in the course of like 2 months that we were out of school, I grew like 6 inches, dropped like 80 pounds. So now I'm just like this big, and like no one really knows other than like the guys I'm playing sports with, right? But
that you used to be a butterball.
No, and they like the girls that like we go to school with haven't seen me.
Oh, because this is over the
summer, right?
Yep.
So it's July 7th, 2008, right? I get a phone call. I'm not going to say her real name. I get a phone.
What grade were you in?
I'm going into the 8th grade.
Okay, that's funny. I had literally same thing in the summer from 7th to 8th grade. I grew at least 4 to 5 inches. I went from shorter than all the girls in 5th grade to taller than everybody in my class.
I was like the biggest kid.
7th to 8th.
I was like the biggest kid in the county. Like it was like a prized pig, and my parents were super thrilled. Like they were like, finally, he's grew into his body.
Mm-hmm. Prize pig is the term you want to use. Maybe you'll find a better one day.
No, prize pig is the way I look at it. That's the way Tammy looks at it, and that's fine. Tammy is my mother for the new listeners.
Did she give you a blue ribbon?
No, if she had one, she wouldn't have gave it to me. Even if she had them to give out. That's my mother.
Yeah. You don't deserve this.
I don't. We'll talk about.
Then you'll just expect more.
We'll get into Tammy here in a second.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I would be like,
there's no way.
I would be like, don't.
This.
Yeah, I could give her $100 and say, find the Stoney Baloney podcast. She has no chance. She would Google Joe Rogan. Be like, we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, so
that's actually how you find the Stoney Baloney podcast. Google Joe Rogan,
and a few 7 clicks, and you'll get to Stoney Baloney.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I loved
6 degrees to Stoney Baloney.
6 degrees to Stoney Baloney. Hell yeah. So I lose all this weight, right? And I'm looking good. Everything's cool. The hot girl in my class, right? And like I graduated high school with 60 kids. We all went to like elementary school together up to this point. So, like we've met, like, and she had ignored me my entire life because I was fat and whatever.
Mm-hmm. And she was hot.
She was, we were.
Yeah, she could.
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't she? Like she hung out with like
she had a societal contract that she was obligated to
not talk to me.
not talk to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, she had to do that.
It like violates her like mean.
Yeah, she would get
girl.
kicked out. Absolutely, she would no longer be allowed in the club if she.
Exactly right. Well, so in my head, so she calls me, and if she had called me before I, had went through this transformation, I would have been like, this is a joke of some kind. What?
No, it's not. I started to say something, and then I was like, we're not. It's podcast time. Right. It's not time to talk about the CIA. And so I just pointed weird, and then he pointed weird just because it was weird what I did.
All right.
And then
you guys gonna be okay?
Yeah,
you guys all right?
Eventually.
All right. All right.
Keep talking.
Okay. So, did you share? Did you want to get into the CIA? All right.
Keep talking.
So she
a little louder.
Say it into the frisbee.
Okay. Fuck. Anyway, so she's like, I can't look at it at all now. Fuck, I'm so high. This is such a real problem. I also, for a second, I was like, oh, I'm too high to be talking. And then I was like, it's the Stoney Baloney podcast. We're supposed to be.
This is too much. This is bad radio is what this is.
Right.
Can you imagine if somebody's just listening right now? Awful. They aren't anymore.
Well, first of all, no one's listening to this to begin with. This is such a visual show. We have 3. No, it's people watch this show.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah, because there's only 7 people paying for YouTube Premium anyway that can put on the podcast and close the screen on their phone so they can listen
It's
to
at least
it.
yeah, it's at least up. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, this girl calls me, and I would have known that I was like, oh, she's like fucking with me if I was still fat, but I had like, you know, I was hot now, so I was like ready to go. She calls me, it's midnight, and she goes, hey, she lived with her mom was so fucking hot, and her sister was hot, and it was just them 3, like single mom, whatever. So she calls me and she goes, hey, this is so-and-so. Do you want to come over? My mom's out of town for work. My sister's at her boyfriend's house. I have the house to myself. And I went, like, I like hung up the phone and ran and was like out the door or like getting my shit together before the phone could hit the floor.
Yeah, immediately.
Like I was like fucking like I was still a virgin. I had kissed one person in my entire life at this point, you know?
Yeah, you couldn't get there quick enough.
Yeah. So I run upstairs and I wake Tammy up and I'm like, hey, I need you to take me to Brittany. Her name's not Brittany, but whatever.
Yeah.
I need you to take me to Brittany's house. And she's like,
Wait. Like Britney Spears?
yes.
Shit. That's why you didn't want to say it. That makes sense.
So she goes, I'm like, I need you to take me to Britney Spears' house. Jamie's out of the house. Mr. Spears is gone.
Jamie Lynn.
Got
right. Got it. Okay.
And I was like, everybody's gone. I need you to take me. And she's like, no, like, I'm not going to go drop you off at a strange girl's house at midnight. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to ride my bike. And she's like, no, you're not going to do that. So I just walked out, get on my bicycle. I start riding. As I'm riding, I realize I don't have shoes on.
Yeah.
I don't have underwear on. So I'm just free balling in the thinnest shorts you've ever seen. Like, these are like 20-year-old shorts I've stole from my dad. Like, these are like we're just free balling basically. And I have like a half shirt on.
Like, if you sit down, your nuts are on display for sure.
Yeah, or it's like if like you can see I'm flopping around, you know what I mean, like for sure. And I'm wearing basically
that's dangerous riding a bike, dude. There's a chain in there and stuff.
Dude,
and spokes,
no shoes.
Like,
I didn't put fucking shoes on.
No shoes on the pedals is not, dude. I've had some
little,
fucked
the
up
little
shit
spikies.
happen.
Yeah,
I've fucked my feet up multiple times as a kid.
I remember getting shit from my aunt one time because I was just like at their house and riding one of my cousin's bikes that was a little rustier and a little more fucked up than my bike was, but either way she was like, put on shoes, don't be a dick. And also he had metal pedals,
yeah
so
exactly.
I didn't, because I was a fucking 11-year-old and I knew what the fuck was going on, right? And I rode that bitch, and at one point I hit a bump and it like jabbed into my foot, and I was like, fuck. And so my foot came off the pedal, and when I went back in, I missed, and my toe got caught in the fucking chain, and it sliced the top, like all the meat off of my toe.
Yeah, exactly.
fuck, man.
It was gnarly. It was pretty rough.
Yeah, no.
And then I came back like, all right.
The bike ride.
No,
Was,
you ride bikes with shoes. No, I get it.
the
No,
bike.
I understand now.
The bike ride was fine.
Fucking idiot.
The ride, it was 10 miles one way. So I'm just going through Harriman, Tennessee on the way to this girl's house. And I get there, and it's only as I'm like walking up the steps. She has like this really big, nice house, you know, because like hot single moms just have money for some reason. And they had a super nice
Called child
place.
support.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Super nice place. We go in, and it's like at this point, I'm like, oh, she's not like, because she's like, holy shit. She's like, you've grown, like you've grown so much, you know?
Because of the shorts, she could see.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So she's like all excited, and she's like showing me around. I'm so dumb. She's like, this is my room, and I'm like, cool. And then just keep walking, and I'm like, now I know. I'm like, oh, you idiot! Like she was gonna be like, oh, let me see, you know, missed an opportunity or not, I don't know. But we end up watching. She has one of those big old school like fat TVs. You know what I mean?
The one that had like the 3 lights on it that would project onto the TV. Do you remember that one?
Wait, what?
This was like the first plasma screen.
Like the big screen TV, and it had like the little projector like in front of the TV with the fucking lights on it. No?
No.
No.
That sounds awesome.
This sounds like
I think that's
it sounds like
tech I
something
missed.
you
At what time period was that? Like
in the 90s?
Yeah, you're not that old.
Like in the 90s.
I don't know. I've never seen.
I don't remember that.
I think it's a Virginia thing that they like rigged up. Honestly, that's crazy.
Oh, it probably was one of my family's meth experiments.
Yeah,
that's probably what it
but
was.
It worked.
No, you're probably right.
It worked.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the police lights coming to the house when I was a kid.
Oh,
and I was like, remember that TV that's got that red?
Don't do that. It's okay. Don't do that.
I had a box TV at the house, like the floor model TV, the old one.
Yeah. Oh, we all had floor models.
Yeah.
Nobody was buying
this
a fucking
TV I'm talking
out
about.
of the box. No.
This TV I'm talking about
I
was
want that one on the shelf that's got something wrong with it already. That
right.
For half price.
Kids have been throwing shit at.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Half price? Yes.
It's nice. So she's got this super old fat TV, but it's huge. She puts on Shrek. I'll never forget the movie. She puts on Shrek. 15 minutes in, she looks at me and she goes, "Do you want to make out?" And I'm like,
because nothing sets the mood like
asking consent.
That's ogres and jackasses.
Nothing gets me riled up more
Ogres
than
and asses.
Mike Myers' voice.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Mike Myers
that's
doing
hot.
Scottish
right.
accent.
Yes.
But I was a child, so I was ready to do anything,
Yeah.
So I had already done the yawn over, to whatever.
Yes.
I'm
Classic.
already in there. She's already snuggled up. We're good. She's like, "Do you want to make out?" I'm like, "Absolutely." I go to lean in. And like a fucking movie, I don't know what this bitch had been watching. She puts one finger against my lips and stops me from kissing her. She goes, "Wait, you have to get hard first."
That's not how making out works.
I didn't know that. I was just like, "Yeah, of course, yes,
Yeah.
I'm almost there anyway. We're good."
You're like, no.
So I'm just outside.
That's happening.
I'm just rubbing the helmet, outside the shorts. You know what I mean? Just giving her old, just how you doing? And I am as hard as I've ever been in my entire life. These shorts don't stand a fucking chance. It's like if they say pitching a tent, you know what I mean? I've got an RV. That's how hard it's a metal dick, okay? And she...
Like one of the posts.
Yeah. I mean, just as hard
holds
as
up
you
the awning of an RV.
could ever be, right? And I'm like... She's like, "Are you hard?" And I go, "It's so hard." Yes, all the way.
Every bit.
We're giving her all of got, Captain. She says perfect, but she doesn't say perfect to me. She exclaims it into the air. She's like, "Perfect,
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
And every light at this point has been off. The only lights on the TV, every light in the place comes on, and 15 of the girls that are in my class run out from all the rooms.
15 girls out of 60 people. That's a quarter of the entire school.
That's half the girl population. I don't know if I think it was all the cheerleaders. Maybe they all run out.
So this was a sleepover.
They were like,
and then they were like, "Hey, you know what we should do?
We should prank Trey." Fuck. But then I got there and was like hot, was like, "What's up?" Well, then I guess they she devised this. I think they were just gonna scare me, and then she was like, "Oh no, we're gonna get him good. We're gonna get him hard." Every girl's got their phone out taking videos. Yeah. Right. I run out of the house.
And you got dad's old short, 80s shorts on.
Yeah, dude.
Are coming loose with elastic anyway.
Dude.
Full boner through the shorts.
And sure, maybe there was an oil stain on them.
Sure.
Before.
Yeah, something.
But there's no convincing anybody that's what it is now.
Yeah, it's not me. For sure it's not me. But
he came already.
Dude, I rode my bike 10 miles back home, walked in the house still hard. Still as hard as anyone's ever been.
Oh, for different reasons now. Now this is a shame boner. This is a very different. You've unlocked a kink.
Yeah,
is what's happened.
Both my parents are awake because they're like, "Where the fuck did he go?" And I walk in and I'm like, "I've been at Britney Spears' house. What the fuck, And why are you?
You
so
know
mad?
what she does to the boys.
And my mom's like, "Well, what have you guys been doing?" And they're just both staring at my shorts.
His shorts
that have my very hard 13-year-old dick in them. Yeah, and they just were like, what the fuck? Like, this is a great. And I told them, I was like, I think they were playing a joke on me. All the girls ran out, and I ran out. And yeah, my parents were like, "Yeah, you fucking idiot. Of course that's what was gonna happen."
Yeah, it's midnight, and some girl you've barely talked
that
to
doesn't like you, that is contractually obligated not to talk to you.
It's like it's sucky time.
Yeah, and I went over, and then the crazy part.
But here's the thing: I would like to say that, like, oh, you were a 13-year-old boy. That's why you would fall for that. But that's just how dicks work.
Yeah. 100%.
Right now,
I would fall for that
today. Now. If the girl that you thought was the hottest that had never spoken to you and was always
13-year-old girl, 13-year-old girl calls Scott.
Exactly right. Finally calls Scott. Finally, right? He's been waiting and waiting.
Instead of me having a cold call them.
Have we ever talked to Catch a Predator?
You don't want to know where I got that database.
Have I talked to Catch a Predator with you guys?
MyLittlePony.com.
I know we've talked about To Catch a Predator. I'm obsessed with that show. It's one of my favorite shows on earth. We can talk about that in a second. But yeah, so my parents are like, "You're an idiot." I go to practice the next day, like the next morning, and I'm like bragging to my friends. I'm like, "Yeah, guys, I'm just a little tired this morning. You know, I was up late," and they were like, "Yeah, man, we've seen the videos."
We know.
Yeah,
everybody knows.
I was like, "Yeah, I was at Britney Spears' house last night." And they were like, "Yeah, man, they played a prank on you, you idiot." I was like, "Yeah, but like, I know where she lives now." You know what I mean? Like, I touched her shoulder. Like, I saw.
She's seen me hard.
Yeah, exactly. You're damn right. She's seen the goods. That's halfway.
All your girlfriends have seen my very hard dick.
I'm pretty sure that's second base because I'm 13 and I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I fucked that girl 5 years later.
Fucking, that's an ending.
Yeah, dude. She was like, "It's not nothing I've never seen before." And I was just like, "Fuck you, bitch. No, you haven't. You saw it in the shorts 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean?"
Mm-hmm.
It had gotten bigger. She saw. She was like, "Yeah." That's my story, guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a great story.
Yeah, I don't know. It was an unexpected outcome. People ask her, like, "Trey, when did you become a comedian?" It was somewhere in there.
Yeah, like third phone out, roughly.
Right. You need an audience.
That's when you saw the flash come on one of their phones. You're like, "Oh, she's getting."
Ooh, have y'all had sex in front of
high def.
Have you ever had sex in front of other people?
Yes.
My grandpa busted in when I was fucking my girlfriend one time.
But like, not like there were people in the room from start to finish.
There was a girl that I did that we fucked in public a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, wait, like you were trying to hide it?
No, we fucked just like under a blanket in a park in the middle of the day, like a busy park.
Okay, it's like people knew what was going on
in a movie theater.
That's okay. That's what I was expecting.
My ex and I used to fuck.
Also just like out in the woods or fucking in a like.
Yeah, I fucked in the woods.
Driving in a car, that was the most.
Ooh, like while you were driving.
Spectacular.
I've done that.
Yeah,
I got this girl pregnant one time from doing that.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah,
it's because of the vibrations.
Yep, the speed bumps.
Yeah,
that's scientific.
Fauci.
As we learned last week,
you want to talk about people?
This podcast is about two things: feminism, science.
This podcast?
Yes,
yeah.
Correct.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, what else would it be about, Trey? Jesus Christ.
I know, yeah.
It's funny you bring up science because that is the class that I began having a crush on. Christina Aguilera. That's where I met her at, was Mr. Baylog's.
I was like, what?
Yeah, so I was
following along.
I had a girl named Christina Aguilera in my science class that I just had like the hugest crush on in
My shorts are eating my balls.
7th and 8th
It
grade.
just gobbling them up.
Are those the same shorts?
No,
You finally grew into those shorts.
No, my underwear was just eating my fucking ball sack. It just like had a hold of it. And I was like,
I know they're popular again, but you don't have to wear your thong when you're not at Barton Springs, buddy. You can just
dude.
put
Is
your
that popular again?
But also definitely wear it at Barton Springs.
Yeah.
It was when we were there. There was a bunch of Fabios and thongs.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty exciting.
It was you. It's crazy for you to go Fabios when both of you look.
Well, I'm more of a Flabio, but
All right, dude. Yeah. All right. Hey, we're cooking, dude. Hold on. Go ahead. All right, Christina Aguilera, science class.
Yeah, so that's where I met her. But so one night there was this house party at my buddy's house in the neighborhood next to mine, which I grew up on a street just off like a side road, right? Mm-hmm. They lived in the big neighborhood. My friend whose house that I was going to the party at, his dad worked for AOL, and they owned 2 lots in the neighborhood, which nobody else did. And this was a neighborhood that my other friends who lived there, their dads were like worked for the Congressional National Archives, worked for the White House. So it's like these sort of people, and I'm just the poor little scumbag boy.
Yeah,
from across the tracks, basically.
Isn't it odd that there was like a decade-long time period, and I remember it specifically because I had a buddy the same thing. Fuck, what company did his dad work for?
Netscape or something?
Something like that. But it was just like anybody who was an IT person who worked for one of those internet companies had a fucking mansion of a fucking house.
Yeah.
They drove a Mercedes. Their wife had a $40,000 minivan in 1999. Like, it was insane. It was so weird. I had the same thing, that friend, and it was just like, what does he do? I don't know. Software stuff. Like, he's good at computers.
One of the
and so they give him all the money in the fucking world. Like, during the .com boom, it was just like, if you knew anything about that, you were loaded.
Yeah, you're a millionaire.
Yeah, you were
so
raking
fucking
it
good.
in.
One of the wealthiest people I've ever met in my entire life was a guy I met when I was working at AT&T. He still worked. So I worked for an authorized retailer. He worked like directly for AT&T.
Like corporate, yeah.
Like yeah. AT&T, so his story, AT&T had like offered him a salary like for life if he would stop competing with them. Like, he was selling their products better than they could.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah. Because those authorized retailers can do, like, they get a discount on the phones
and
from the distributor, and then they'll offer better deals sometimes. Yeah.
Right, and it was whatever he was doing, he was like killing them, and they were like, dude. But this guy, this is like in the '90s when it was the Wild Wild West. I was like, oh, was that like hard? He was like, I had this shit in my pocket.
People were just like, what? A new thing?
Yeah.
And
he was like, you would just.
And they didn't understand how much it should cost. So they were just like, yeah, that much?
Yeah, we're activating. Yeah.
They also didn't understand that they were signing a fucking
contract.
3-year contract.
And that's where the money was coming from. Yeah. But yeah, this dude.
Hand over fist of the 90s off the weirdest shit, too. People were making bank off
so much money.
Beanie Babies, dude.
Yeah.
So many little obscure things.
Yeah.
This.
Tickle Me Elmos were going for thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
People were getting stabbed for that shit.
I remember that. It's crazy.
What's like? What are the big things now? Like, what are the big Black Friday? You have kids. Like, what
not black kids.
Wait, what?
What?
What'd you?
What'd you say?
I said you've got kids.
You're like, you said, what's the big black? And then you were like, you got
kids.
The
big. I'm sorry. You don't have any big black kids. No.
There's no like
the Black Friday thing.
There's no like blindside situation going on over at your house. Because that'd be cool.
Dude, that would be way cool.
You do need help building a fence here soon.
So I want to shoot a sketch where I
need someone to whitewash it.
Hey, Jim.
Dude, Jesus.
What? I just said the Jim part. Can I not say Jim?
Yeah, you can. You can.
And first strike.
Oh my God.
They're like, we can't really quantify why, but you know why.
You can't say Jim. That's so crazy. Oh my God.
The AI that watches the YouTubes, like, they taught me that book in the very beginning.
That's the first thing they made me read.
And it's the last thing they make me read every night. Please help me. Kill me. Please kill me.
God, it's so funny. I forgot what I was going to say. It's so good. Christina Aguilera in science class. Are we still on that?
Yeah, so that was just my segue. That was the class that I had with her was science. And I remember that was kind of what we ended on the last thing. But I had a crush on this girl named Christina Aguilera, and I knew that she was going to be at a house party at my buddy's house that I was, friends with. It was like not my neighborhood friend, but I had a couple kids in that neighborhood who I was friends with. And like I said, they had the bomb-ass house. They had 2 lots. They had like a game room. They had every toy and board game and every fucking
like pool table and that kind of shit.
Yeah,
like that type of game.
I think they had a ping pong table.
Like even to this day,
Home
that's
theater.
a thing that's like oddly expensive.
Yeah, pool table.
That's not just like that. Never became a thing that like regular people have. It's like that's expensive as fuck.
Yeah, they're still
and you have
expensive
to you also have to have enough money to have an extra room just for that thing.
Yeah.
Right. And like
and make sure that
good
it's built
size
big
room.
enough.
A big
so
room,
that,
big enough that you can play around the giant table. Yeah.
People that have pool tables in their homes normally have like a ping pong table you can put on top of it. They just have so much shit that they're just like, fuck it. No one's going to play with this.
Yes.
That used to make me, I had friends that had shit like that. And I'd be like, let's play pool. And they're like, I don't want to play pool.
I don't want to. Yeah, I've had all of these things forever,
like,
so I don't even care about them anymore. Yeah.
yeah.
That was the worst.
But I've also had girls whose dads had pool tables in their basement. They're like, "Come over and play pool," and that's
You're good.
that means play like a couple shots of pool.
Yeah, and then fuck me on this pool
A
table.
couple shots of pool, a couple shots of tequila, a couple shots of pool, a couple shots of tequila,
Yeah.
and then your dad shoots me as I run out the back.
Dude, have you had
Pulling up my
somebody
pants.
pull a gun on you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What, like a dad, or was it like somebody's boyfriend?
It was my buddies and I used to go vandalize shit in the neighborhood all the time, in the rich neighborhood. And one time, there was woods between that neighborhood and the street that I lived on. And one night we went to go through this like cut through to go back to my neighborhood, cut through that we used all the time.
Yeah.
And this like 45-year-old man fucking just kind of busted out of the shadows with us down the barrel. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He wasn't that calm. He wasn't calm at all. He
Yeah,
was like, "What are y'all doing? What the fuck are y'all doing in my yard? Who are y'all? Where are you going? What are you doing?"
Hey,
People have been vandalizing
hey.
stuff in the neighborhood.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And it's like, dude, we
That's not how we do-
play Ding Dong Ditch. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They were good, dude.
We're 13. I don't need a gun in my face right now, 45-year-old man.
That's so crazy. Jesus.
Yeah.
And I was hooking up with this girl.
45 with my 45.
Yeah, dude.
Pointed at these kids who are 425. Boom.
Gonna do 45 to life.
It's a reverse mass shooting.
Because there's less mass. Because they're children.
Because it's an adult. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, I hooked up with this girl whose dad told me point blank, "I'll kill you if you fuck my daughter again." And I was like,
And you were like, you mean like, there's no way I can go again.
"Yeah, right."
I left it all inside.
No, I was like, "Got it. Word. Sorry. I'm out." A week later, I am knocking this girl shit out. I'm 16. Just fucking this girl like I have something to prove. And her dad could have got me, but he drove this big stupid truck that sounded like a fucking rocket landing or taking off. I'm retarded. It's just so that we heard him coming down.
I mean, they sound the same landing.
Yeah. Oh, do they? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
similar.
it sounds
Still
like a fucking
thrusters.
rocket, and I, had enough time to get up, like hide, and then like I had to jump off her second story, like fucking little roof or whatever. I had to jump down, and then he fucking peppered my tailgate with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's cool.
Right on.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I've also been shot at, but it was when I was delivering weed in California.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'll happen.
I got ambushed.
Damn.
Yeah, it fucked me up.
Dude, you were telling me the craziest story.
That fucked me up for like a.
You know what
while.
story I think about?
Like I didn't
Gabe?
realize it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like I got away.
Yeah.
But they shot at me and then fucking chased me in a car that was as fast as mine. And then I just ended up pulling into a hospital, and they
Kept going.
kept going.
Thank God.
And but yeah, no, that fucked me up for. They shot like 7 or 8 shots. It was a lot.
Damn.
It was very intense. Yeah.
I
I was on the phone with Clay. Just on the phone with him when it happened. It was fucking gnarly.
You're like, I'm getting shot at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Is this in Oakland?
No, it was just in the middle of San Jose.
Dude,
Yeah.
a story I think about all the time is you told me, I think it was the first day we went to San Antonio maybe for the first time. And we were in y'all's old Audi driving down there. And you were like, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, fucking Gabe's got, like, you guys are like well off. And then you were telling me this story about how you and your brothers or friends when you were younger would take rolls like a $10 roll of quarters, and you would only put quarters on the ends.
No, dimes.
Dimes.
Yeah.
You would only put dimes on the end, and the rest of them were pennies. So you would make like every dollar you had in pennies, you would make $5, and you guys just
10.
did that. Yeah, $10.
You could turn a dollar into 10.
Yeah, you would just do that forever. Like,
Yeah, we did.
definitely-
We lived off of that for several months.
I think about that all the time.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, if things get really bad, I'll just call.
Oh, you've always got the
I'll
pennies,
just
bro.
call Gabe.
You've always got the pennies, and also that's just one of many.
I love stuff like that. Oh yeah. There's this lane.
I lived in a lot of places without electricity.
Hell yeah. there's a
That's a good racket. You told that story when Clay was here, didn't you?
Did I? Maybe
I think so.
the penny one.
Because it was like near the place where y'all went camping. He told a camping story.
Maybe we might have told it. I don't know.
It's a good one.
Those stories don't
that's
cross,
like-
but I
it's,
think I may have told it.
and this
on
was like in the
another episode.
90s,
It's a good
I'm assuming,
racket.
right? It had been like the 2000s when you were doing the
Yeah, it
dime
was
thing.
early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah. That's like $10 was like some money. Like,
Yeah.
that was like gas money. Like that's
Well,
like
no. We would go out and get a couple $100
right. I know,
in
but I'm
like
saying,
an hour, and then come back.
Sure,
It
right.
was
But
fucking
like
amazing.
a couple $100 like today is like that'll get you through the week.
Yeah,
couple weeks.
But
Back
at the
then, that
time,
was
no,
like-
we were paying rent, we were
Yeah.
buying weed, we were paying food, like everything with just this.
such a fucking. I love.
And it started, literally, we ran out of food.
Yes, that's the. Part.
We were all, this was like 2007, 2008, like
Yeah.
heavy recession, right?
Sure.
And so none of us could get jobs. And we were all broke as fuck, and we were just like selling weed to make money and shit. And like there was nobody who needed any weed.
Right.
We were out of food, and we were just like, "Fuck,
Was it legal in
what are we gonna
California
do?"
yet?
No, this wasn't in California. This was in Atlanta.
Okay. yeah.
So we literally were just like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?"
Yeah, we have all this weed and no food.
And then we were like, "No, we had nothing." At that
Had
point.
nothing.
We had nothing.
Fuck.
Yeah. It was at that point where we had like. Nobody had bought long enough that we had smoked all of our supply, and we didn't even have anything to sell if somebody did call at this point.
Right. Yeah,
and we
you're
were like,
really
fuck,
just
I guess
fucked.
we're going to take this last 50 cents we have and go buy a bag of chips to split, and then like that'll be our last meal.
Yeah.
Right? And
Fuck.
and he's taking a piss, and I was looking at the change, and I just did the math, and there just happened to be a dime roll there.
yeah.
And 2 dimes and enough pennies, and I filled it up, and I was like, "Oh shit, I think this might work."
Yeah.
And then we
And like
went
also,
down
what's
there.
worst case scenario? You're like they catch you. You're
That's
like,
the thing. Every time they broke it open and caught you, you would just act surprised.
Like I just got this.
Yeah. And then once I started doing the British and Australian accent, nobody ever questioned me, ever at that point. It was
That's
amazing.
perfect.
That was literally 100%. Also.
What is that? What's that? Okay, you
It just does something
you just
to people's
walked-
psychology.
You
They're
walked
like, oh,
into
yeah,
my
he-
seven.
I can
You walked
trust
into
him.
my 7-Eleven. I'm like, I almost did a racist accent. I'm not gonna do it.
No. Here's the thing. That was the only guy who didn't buy it. The only time I ever got caught with the fake accent was an Indian dude who was like, "Can't trust these fucking Australians." He was being racist. So you can go ahead, do the racist accent.
No, I'm not gonna do it. So you walk in and I'm like, "What's up, man? What can I do? What can I get you?"
Oh, are we doing it?
Yeah,
We're acting
yeah,
it out?
we're- yeah,
Okay.
I just wanna hear the accent.
So
Like, what's the spiel?
oh, God, what did I do? What did I call it? Because I called it something weird, so it would just like sound. Also, the accent. Fuck, what are we going to do? We're going to start with British. All right. Start again.
Bing. What's up, man? What can I get for you?
All right. Can you get a coin swap?
A coin swap?
Yeah. And then I'll just hand you the coins.
Do you want more? Do you want more
No, just
coins?
tenner.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bust this open because you were in Atlanta and you're from Australia. Why do you have this many coins? If you're from another country, you would have went to a bank to exchange your money and they gave you coins. Bank.
Yeah, but you're
You're assuming that people at gas
First of all,
stations
gas
are
station
smart.
workers can't count.
That's-
They can't
you know what? You
read.
got me
None of
there.
those things that you're
You got me
doing in
there.
that scenario.
You got me there.
None of those things are
So
happening.
they just go, oh yeah, sure, we definitely need to change.
That's also they always
just
so they would
get
just
out of
take
my
them
face,
and put
yeah.
them in the thing and be like, "Fuck yeah, easy. I don't have to go to the bank to get changed." That was the other thing is
Because they have
like,
a little
it
safe
was
by
per-
them that literally that's what they do at the end of the night is
Just throw 'em in.
they have to put them in the wrap and then put them in the little hole in the safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've already done the job for them.
You've
like,
worked at a
fuck yeah.
gas station.
I worked at a Wendy's one time, so yeah, I had to learn how to.
I worked
at a lot of places, bud.
I've worked at
So
a lot
yeah,
of
that
places.
was one that like anytime you could come up with a scheme like that was like built into it was something that people wouldn't question because it was like again it made their job easier.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes
Like,
sense.
All right.
I'm
And
so
Quick Trip,
and they just
the
want you
Quick
out
Trip
of their
people
face anyway.
busted me, and I was like, we don't go into Quick Trip anymore. They're too corporate.
They know too much.
They do. Yeah.
Got to go to a nice Valero.
Exactly. Oh fuck yeah, yeah. A Valero, an Exxon.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Anything where they sell like salvia in the back, that's
Yeah.
where you can go exchange your
Correct.
coins.
Yeah. Yeah. They've got or just a case up front with glass bowls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
that's-
those places.
Dude, there's a place on
One.
Riverside that's my favorite, like, stab and grab in Austin.
Stab and
The
grab.
old stab and grab. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
excellent.
you stab and grab. You know, stab and grab.
Yeah, oh,
It's
yeah.
like it's a place that just get robbed. That's just what happens. Are you reloading that?
Huh?
Oh no, I'm so high.
Oh no.
So anyway, my buddy's having this party.
Is it
My
still
rich
loaded?
friend with that, a bunch of stuff that
Yes.
they don't need, but they have.
Yeah, bunch of cool stuff. Yeah.
Bunch of great stuff. Cool house, cool party house. So go over there.
A party house? Like a papaya party house?
Party. No, it was like a chia.
Oh, but like
So the house was actually.
you would have to grow the party. So you'd have to put the party seeds on a couple weeks before,
put my seed-
water it.
I
Put
bet
my
you
seed in
fuck
the
a
party.
bunch of girls that love Kesha. It feels like your lane.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, go ahead. Party don't start till you walk in. Got it. I meant to say that part first.
But no, I was going to this party because Christina Aguilera was going to be there, and it was going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Was she performing, or she was just going to be? Was this before she?
Well, she
this
was
was,
gonna- she was
this
gonna-
was back when she was still doing the Mickey Mouse Club.
It was Genie in a Bottle era.
Okay.
Ooh, so she's fucking Eminem and
Best era.
Scott.
Not fucking me. Probably mostly because of this story.
Okay, all right, I'm into it.
And probably some because of Eminem.
But my parents don't drop me off places. My grandparents, who we live with, don't drop me off places because everyone in my family has a DUI, so nobody drives. So I have to walk over there, and it's
Zenko. Ding.
and it's in the very back of the neighborhood. So it's like a long haul, and I'm cutting through the woods and cutting through people's yards and doing all the things that I have to do to get there. And I get there, we're having fun, we're having the party, and then I remember like going outside. By this time, I had already started smoking, not fully, but we could steal Swisher Sweets and Black and Milds from CVS because they didn't have them behind the counter yet. They were just in the aisle, so you could still steal
the good
those.
old days. Literally, and you could steal a box of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could steal the packs of the Swisher Sweets.
That was back when they
shaped like
they had cigarettes in like a case, but it was at the end of the aisle or like the end of the register, like past the Cokes and chips and shit. And it was always open because they didn't want to waste their time unlocking it and locking it up. So it was just always open.
Yeah, you could slip a finger in there.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, like,
Get you some packs.
more than 50% of the time, like you said, it was unlocked. So if you got by there with nobody noticing or were just feeling brazen, you could fucking get away with it. God, we used to steal so much from, like, the CVS, the Food Lion, and the Fast Mart from that little, like, shopping center. So much fucking shit that we stole. And we were just, like, so bold about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, when you're young and like, consequences don't really exist, like, in your head anyway, like they exist. Like if you had gotten caught, it would have sucked. But
Yeah, just going in there as if you're not a as if they haven't been
Also,
seeing you on
that's
camera
exactly-
and stuff,
yeah,
and just
doing shit.
continuing to do it.
I worked at a gas station.
just
for a while.
building a case against yourself.
When I worked at a gas station, I stole. I mean, just it like was. I didn't even look at it as stealing anymore.
It's tips.
Like I would walk.
Tips,
I would walk in,
absolutely.
just go to the cooler. Cherry Mellow Yellow was big in my hometown. Couldn't keep it in stock.
In any small town in Tennessee,
Yeah, it's
that
Cherry
tracks.
Mellow Yellow.
For sure.
It's still the best soft drink that's ever happened.
You know what's funny? I don't even know if Cherry Mellow Yellow existed outside of Tennessee.
I don't-
'Cause I've never heard
It's
of that.
unfucking believable.
Obviously, I know what Mellow Yellow is. But I didn't know they had a
It's
cherry.
Mellow Yellow Code Red is what it is.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's unbelievable. I would just walk in, grab one of those out of the cooler, open it up. Never paid for it.
No.
Ever. Would play the lottery until I hit, and then pay back, like what I lost.
Yeah.
And then just one time didn't. Like just never won.
Yeah.
I like that she was like, dude, the lottery's way off.
so illegal.
Like I'm
That's
gonna
fun.
check the camera, and I was like, fuck, man. She was like, were you playing the lottery? I was like, yeah. She was like, well, if you can give me $50, we'll just call it square. But like, I had to like call my dad and be like, dude, can I please borrow $50 or I'm going to get fired. Mm-hmm. Like, it's one of those two things. And he was like, he gave me the money. He was, it all worked out. And then I just kept playing the lottery.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you got away with it.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
No consequences.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy. So Christina Aguilera is at this party.
Yeah, and I'm really hyped about it because I have a huge crush on her. A fucking little, middle school boy crush.
You're 13. You're 13 at this point.
No, This was also like 7th and 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like 12.
Because I was already smoking cigarettes. I was already smoking weed and stuff like that.
Okay.
So but she was definitely like out of my league. The reason she's at the party is not because she's like the poor little peasant boy who lives in the neighborhood next door and happens to have a friend in the neighborhood. She's like part of the preppy kid kind of clique, which I am not. I'm actually the only kid at the party who's not part of that. You're in like
enemy territory.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a sore thumb. Like everybody
Leonardo
notices
DiCaprio.
that you're the only one that's not supposed to.
Because I'm the only one wearing Kmart. Yeah,
it's the Titanic. You're Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're just like the poor. Yeah, you won your fucking invite to this party in a poker hand. I love it. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
So we're partying, having fun. It honestly wasn't too long into the party. I go outside to smoke a cigarette. And I remember Christina comes out while, like, it's just me out there, and she comes out and just comes and, like, stands next to me. And she chit-chatted with me for a little bit, but for the most part, she just came and stood, like, next to me. And then she walked back in and told everybody that I had shit my pants. She had come to smell me. People told her to come smell me. I stepped in dog shit in my over the river through the woods trek to that side of the neighborhood, and I became the kid
who shit his
pants.
She made you shit boy.
Shit boy.
Shit boy.
No.
Shit boy.
And that's when I was definitely not
no
longer in enemy territory anymore. That's when I definitely had to go to the shit boy clan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a table for me now.
Yeah, your destiny was sealed.
Yeah.
For sure.
You could have like been really cool at the party and it just didn't happen.
No.
Like it's like you have very high expectations and then like the worst thing happens.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But then 8th grade happened and everyone went to different high schools and stuff and a lot of people got split up and
didn't matter.
Shit boy died.
Thank God.
But fuck, dude, that was a
you're
horrific, traumatic
shit man now.
Shit man.
Yeah.
Shitty man.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. What are we doing?
What?
Like, why are... Okay.
We're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast. Stoney Baloney.
We should go to that steakhouse in Dallas with the 72-ounce steak.
Yeah,
Did you fuck her 5 years later?
No, I never fucked her, but she ended up getting...
herpes?
No, but she ended up getting, like, fat. She was, like...
Good.
Nice.
She became not good looking.
That'll teach her.
Very lurch-like.
Yeah.
Ooh, lurch-ish.
Man, I've seen some of the weirdest bodies I've ever seen in my life in the past like week. Like I saw someone like I always say my mom Tammy, she's built like a popsicle. You know what I mean? So like
she got very thin legs.
She has very thin legs and like a round and like
that's
a
so
rounder
funny.
body.
That's the funniest shape.
Yeah, Ron White said she's built.
She looks like Stoney Baloney.
Oh shit! Yeah,
kind of. Ron White said
Tammy Baloney.
Ron White said Tammy's built like a water tower, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
Yeah, that's excellent. Do you want this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I saw someone that it wouldn't even be right calling them a popsicle. They were built worse than Stoney Baloney. Like legs were smaller than Stoney Baloney's, and top was
hear
rounder.
you.
Yeah.
Wow. It's rough. It's pretty rough.
Is he a comic or not? Is he one of
Can
the
this
stand-up comedians?
motherfucking hang?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Can
fair.
are you
That's fair.
hanging out or not?
Can you handle the
He's
green
a
room stuff?
slice of bologna. He has very thin skin because of that. All right.
All right. Who wants? Yeah, that's what. When I go, hey, when I go to the gas station, I go, hey, let me get a bologna sandwich. Slice it thin.
He's not thick sliced bologna.
All right. Well, he ain't shit then.
That's not what you say at the deli. I do. I like a thin slice of bologna.
Of bologna?
Yeah,
No,
real
you
thin.
do not.
So thin it's not there because
Is there a
bologna is
good
gross.
deli around here?
Dude, deli may be my favorite type of restaurant.
It's a fun word to say too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
delicatessen.
Well, yeah,
dude.
delicatessen. The full.
Yeah. Deli's not bad.
The government name.
Yeah. Dude, if I
Deli is like a foreigner that moved to America and its name is delicatessen, but it just shortened it to
Just
deli
shortened
so
it.
that when people get in its taxi, they can pronounce their name.
What is delicatessen? Where is that from?
Is that a lot? That's a lot of words, huh?
Like, is that like a foreign word? Dude,
Huh?
I've never had this
Sounds
problem
like-
out of underwear in my
Sounds
life.
like Dutch.
Are you both joking? Do you
No.
not know?
What a delicatessen? No, I don't know where it comes
It's
from.
Jewish.
That's,
It's
I thought
Jewish.
it was because they like when I think deli, I think of Jewish
Yes.
food. Yeah.
Yep.
In this climate, I mean,
I do want some pastrami and
Maybe more specifically Hebrew. I don't know. I don't know what the cultural differences are. I know you can be one and not the other, but I don't know.
So did we not have delis
Is it
here?
Yiddish? Is delicatessen a Yiddish word?
Feels like it.
Were there a lot of Jews in
No,
America
it doesn't.
before World War II? Do y'all know? Can we look that up? Jewish population in America before.
But that's why they have bagels and you
Yeah.
get schmear and there's a lot of
Schmear
very,
is the
very Yiddish sounding like
Respect the
stuff
schmear, yeah.
involved in a deli.
what it smears this cream cheese, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. They put like tuna
God,
and
I
shit.
love a good New York deli.
Yeah, some schmeckel. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking gross.
Let's go to New York, guys.
Dude,
I miss living on the East Coast where it was just an option. I'd be like, let's drive up to Philadelphia tonight and go grab some cheesesteaks.
Ugh. Dude, I want to go so
different
bad.
story for a different day.
Yep.
I want to get a fucking roasted pork and a Philly cheesesteak and just go down, dude.
So my story is not about a lady, but it is the time that I was tricked. So I had this buddy who lived on my street in my neighborhood when I grew up, and he was Italian, and his name was Antonio Banderas, and he.
None of the names are changed for this
I know.
podcast.
No, none of them. These are all real names.
Antonio Banderas, he's not Italian, is he?
No, not at all. No,
No, okay.
absolutely not. No, I just started with the person's real name and then switched to that. So, anyway, Antonio and his Italian father. So I remember his dad worked at this place, and I remember we went there.
Most Italian fathers do.
Yeah, that's the thing. He just worked at like a shop, and I was like, "What does he do?" And they were like, "He works at the shop." And I remember their house was the only house in the neighborhood. Like he had a nice Trans Am, and they had a pool. And, you know what I'm saying? It was literally the only house in the neighborhood that like had any money and was nice, but was still in that neighborhood, right? So, and I remember going to his dad's shop a couple of times because like I was at their house and mom needed to go do something, and so she dropped us off at the shop, and it was just like there was just stuff. There was just like shelves and shelves full of random shit, and it was like maybe it was a pawn shop, but like
Yeah.
I don't remember there being a front of the store. It was just like a place where stuff was held. Yeah, it was very just like something mafia related. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a you know.
They're like taking numbers at this
Yeah,
place.
yeah. It was a trash company, or you know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
recycling something. So
It's just fucking something, dude.
But everybody on
It's a union office. That's what it was.
correct. Oh, that's precisely what it was. Yeah, it was definitely Teamsters. So he was obviously the kid in the neighborhood that everybody wanted to be friends with, but he like befriended me. You know what I'm saying? And we got along. So
Was this when you lived in Illinois?
no, this was in here. No, this was in Atlanta.
In Georgia. Okay.
So we were like, you know, this was middle school too. I think I was like 12, somewhere around the time of this. But he had a cousin who fucking hated me, and he would come stay with them every summer.
His cousin,
right?
his cousin Benny.
But yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely had to be. Absolutely had to be. Yeah. So
So fucked. I do not know what is happening.
Are you losing? Are you getting twisted nuts?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they won't stop.
Losing ball circulation.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
So, Antonio and Vinny, when they would hang out, Antonio would be a dick to me, right? Because his cousin hated me, and his cousin just hated me because like they were always best friends, and then like I was the new best friend. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was just that, like,
Same
kids.
reason your brother
What's
hated
Aunt
me.
May's name?
Exactly. Yes.
From my cousin Vinny, Marissa. What's her name?
Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei. She's giving him the fucking business, dude.
Exactly.
The whole time, and
Right.
he's taking it out on you. Crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked. So I remember one time he was like, "Hey, you know, I want to come over and like squash it," right? And so I went over there, and they were literally like 2 houses down, right? So I rode my bike over, and when I got there, it was like Antonio and Vinny, and then like the 2 other kids in the neighborhood who were like just like the follow kids. You know what I'm saying? The kids that you're like, you look back on them, you're like, I don't even remember. Like, I'm pretty sure they had names.
But yeah, they
might have had personalities, but they were literally just like, you have to have a couple of people that are just in the background of every memory, and they were those kids, right?
Right.
So they were hanging out there as well, right? And clearly had been recruited, as I would find out later, right? So I ride up on my bicycle, and he had like a super steep driveway, and they were all up at the top of it, right? And so I drive like halfway up and turn, and I could tell it was like everybody was like acting a little weird, right? And so his cousin, who had, under the pretenses of like, hey, we're gonna make it cool, was like, yeah, all right, we're cool. And then he comes over to shake my hand on the bike, and then he goes to kick me and like knock me over like down the hill, because I'm like sideways now.
Sure.
And I catch myself, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought you were being cool. And then he like just played it off like, oh, I was just trying to like, oh, it was just a joke, right? And then they were like, let's go in the back.
Don't do that with the Italians.
Yeah, no, let's go in the back and hang out in the backyard, right? And so I was like, all right, cool. And we go around to the back, but the door was locked. The gate was latched or whatever. And so he was like, all right, we got to go in. And then like all of them went in, and all of this obviously is very clear signs of like something bad's about to happen. But they were like, we're all going to go in and around.
Because they're kids, they're also being very like stagecrafty about it, because they know
and they
about
suck
stuff
at it. Like they
this
suck
from
at
watching cartoons and sitcoms.
Yeah,
and
this
stuff.
is exactly. Yeah, I've seen the formula. This is how you do it, right? But also, I'm a dumb kid, and so I don't recognize that's
right.
Because also, like, I'm just trying to like. That's what I wanted. I wanted him to not be a dick when I was around, and like for me to just be able to
hang out with your
hang out with my friend. Yeah, like, okay, cool, right? So I was hoping that's what was happening, right? And but obviously, looking back on it, it was a terrible idea for me to just hang out
For sure getting
at the
set up
gate.
by
Yeah,
the
clearly.
mafia.
Exactly. Yeah. So they go around, right? And then one of the other kids, one of the little bonus kids, is the one who unlatches the gate, right? Again, clear red flag, right? He's the only one that's there. Where's everybody else, right? And so I go into the back, and immediately the other kid comes running at me with a fucking stick.
Nice.
But like, not like we're playing with sticks. Like he was fucking charging.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Flies style.
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, what the fuck? And I started running. And then as soon as I started running, I got hit in the back of the leg. And it was like, it felt like fire and like a bee sting and shit. And the cousin was shooting at me with a fucking BB gun.
Fuck.
Right? Just fucking pumping that bitch as much as he could and fucking shooting. And now I'm in the backyard already, and he's closed the gate, right?
Yeah.
And their backyard was big enough that like there was a pool in the center, and then there was a like track all the way around the pool that went like down the hill and around. And the pool had like a retaining wall around the edge of it. So like he had a 4-wheeler that like it was big enough that you could ride the 4-wheel all the way around there. Right. So like I was like, okay, I'm gonna run down and get around behind that, and then at least he can't shoot at me, right? Because crazy stick boy is between me and the gate, and his brother has latched it, right? So I'm not going to be able to get out quick, and I'm getting shot at, right? So then I come down around the corner. Yeah.
Like you're in Iraq right now.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking.
I'm so plugged in.
It was
This is
fucking
his
gnarly. Yeah,
I'm
it was
so
not
plugged
good.
in.
Yeah,
Go,
it was very
This
brutal.
fucking rips.
Right? So I come down around the corner, and fucking Antonio Banderas is at the other end waiting for me because obviously that's the only place I'd go.
Yeah.
And he's got a fucking crossbow.
Oh,
Like a real one?
Well, so yes, but it was like a kid's crossbow. Right,
Yeah,
so it didn't
it's
have
not
a
gonna
super
kill you.
strong
Yeah.
pull,
But it's gonna penetrate
and the
you.
tip wasn't like a metal tip;
not
it was
good
just wooden.
Yeah.
But like
It would've
at
fucking
that
hurt.
distance, it probably would have just like heavily bruised me if he'd hit me. But maybe like it might have stuck me. And like if you were close enough, like yeah, you could definitely put a hole in somebody.
Yeah.
Right. And he fucking thwack shot that thing at me.
Did it hit you?
Oh no, he was a terrible shot. It
thank
like
God.
flew like into the woods behind his house.
You're
Like,
like,
it was-
and here's the scar.
and then I'm like, here's the fucking arrow. They couldn't pull it out. It was the 80s. So it was the 90s. But anyway, so he thwacks that thing, and then it's like a 19-minute reload, right? So I'm like, fuck this. And I just run.
Like a fucking Confederate soldier. You stay right there, old chap. I don't know why a Confederate soldier would have a British accent, but
Because he's recent. He just got there.
Yeah.
He's a new addition.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So then I run back the other way, and cousin has come down around to the other side. So he's basically out of shooting range at this point, and he probably shot a couple more at me. I'm done.
But he was a terrible shot, and you were at distance now.
No, he was a good shot
Oh.
because he hit me twice when I was running down to the other end of the pool before I got
With the BB gun or with the crossbow?
with the BB gun. Yeah. He hit me.
He's
twice.
lighting your ass up.
So, but now he's way at the other end. So as I run back, I'm sure he shot a couple times at me, but he misses. Right. And I just fucking kicked the little brother who was standing by the door and fucking opened the latch. And Stick Boy was also like halfway between because they were all like planning to come ambush me all around the side, right? So he's running back at me. I kick the little brother, get him out, get on my bike, and fucking ride home, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. Worst case scenario, obviously. Sure. And again, like I was hoping like we're gonna all pass the peace pipe, right? And this is gonna end in like happy handshakes and shit. And they were like, we've got weapons and fucking stations and shit. Like there's a guy on a guard tower and fucking like somebody rappelled down and shit. Fucking ninjas were coming. It was insane, right? So that wasn't the last interaction I had with
The mafia.
with the cousin.
With my cousin Vinny.
One other time he was there, and he came over to my house, and like just literally walked straight up to me and slapped me in the face.
Nice.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" And before I could respond, he slapped me again and then ran away. And I remember my dad coming out, and that was when he realized, he was like, "Oh shit, my kid doesn't know how to fucking defend himself." And it was after that he started like teaching me martial arts, because my dad had 3 black belts.
Jesus.
But just only used that to beat the shit out of me,
Yeah.
and never like it taught me
teach you,
anything. And then he was like, "Oh, maybe that doesn't teach you how to fucking do anything, but like, get your ass beat." So yeah, then he started teaching me like actual like self-defense shit. And then Antonio and I actually ended up like the cousin I think moved away far enough that he stopped coming, and then we just like let bygones be bygones because I lived there for like 10 years, so we ended up still being friends after that in the following years. But
Jeez.
yeah, what the fuck is that?
Somebody's base is
Yeah.
so fucked. Okay.
Yeah,
That's crazy though. You survived a mafia hit.
I did. Yeah,
I'm really proud of you. I was
it's pretty
so
exciting,
locked in.
Right? Thank you.
Yeah, that was fucking incredible. Unexpected outcomes.
I think you're just describing like a scene from Goodfellas, but you put kids in it. I think you're a liar.
I think you're a fucking liar, dude.
And then he made me snort a plate full of fucking cocaine.
Nice.
So who's Stoney and who's Baloney? Actually, first.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
what do you
So
lie?
here's the. Oh shit! Yeah, that's fair. You got to go in there first, and then when you come out,
We'll explain the game.
so
while you're
yeah. While you're in there, we'll explain the game. All right. Get in.
All right. Well,
You want to help him put
I
it
gotta
on?
take. Yeah, I need some help. I need to like fully adjust my fucking dick right now. Oh. All right. Fucking. Hey, don't be a fucking perv about it, dude. You know.
But also like
Okay, we're good. Jeez,
a
dude.
little bit.
That's not
Your
the
legs
fuck
get to be
mask.
so damn big that your nuts just get stuck between your legs.
We need to. I did tighten that for the
I don't want
Iron Man mold, so Here we go. Let's do it. So yeah, so one of us has been lying to you, one of us has been telling the truth, Trey. And your job after you smoke out of that is to determine who is a liar and who is the truth teller. Who is the teller of truths?
I hate it.
Yeah, but also you love it.
This is so mean.
We haven't put anybody through this torture in this studio yet, and this is fun.
Okay, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah. I mean, I took the bowl off. You want more? Yeah.
I don't like it. Oh, why did we do that?
It's okay. It was weak.
That was so smooth.
Yeah, it's because you hit it like a bitch.
Oh, well, all right. My balls feel better. Thanks for asking.
Good.
God, that was such a weird experience for my balls to keep doing that.
That's what balls do.
It was so uncomfortable.
Balls be sticking. Balls be
This is fucking terrifying.
squirting. You know how balls be. Oh, there we go. That's some champion shit. That's what I'm talking about. See all of the fucking everything coming out? Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. See the drool coming out of his face?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. I gotta take these off, huh? All right. Because we're never gonna make a guest do something we wouldn't do ourselves.
No, I get it.
Yeah, we all fucked the goat before the podcast, and we all smoke out of the gas mask at the end of the podcast.
Not just you.
So, Trey, now is the time.
Oh, he hit that bitch for real.
Yeah, he's having a good time. It's his birthday. Happy birthday. Who lied?
Shit!
You look like you just got done having sex.
Yeah, I feel like I got fucked.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We've all given
one
ourselves
of you
speech
lied.
impediments.
I think I think Scott lied because he went immediately after me and did a sex thing. So he heard mine and then was like also a sex thing. Also this I think you changed the age also. I think in the beginning you said you were like 16 and then at the end you were younger.
Hand me the head.
So I think Scott was lying.
So you think he made up the story on the spot?
Yes.
That's insulting.
It was a very short and not very detailed story because, I've shattered my memory with drugs and alcohol and stuff. And it was a very short-lived experience.
Sure. No. It wasn't that the story was short. And we also interrupted you 5,000 times. It's not that. It's
yeah, did you even tell a story?
Yeah. It's more like it just seemed like you maybe had that. I don't know. I think you knew mine was going to be sexual, so you were like, I'm also going to go sexual. So maybe that means he's telling the truth. Ooh. No, Scott's lying. Final answer.
You sure? Locking it in. Final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I was lying.
Yeah, I know it.
Because I did poop my pants. I lied to them when I told them it's dog shit. No, it stepped in dog shit.
Is that real? That's not real.
I pooped my pants.
That's the
I
unexpected.
pooped in my pants.
You do it. God
did.
damn.
You did not poop in your
I
pants.
pooped my pants.
Fuck yeah.
It was like a greasy, wet one, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like a full-on fucking 6-inch turd. But yeah, I squirted in my pants. You never done squirted in your pants before?
What? Squirted in your
You think
pants,
you're better than me
bitch?
in front of Christina Aguilera?
Yeah.
You were a shit boy, and you deserved it.
I did. That's what I get for eating all those ham and cheese fucking Hot Pockets when I was however old I was when it happened.
Oh, yeah. Ham and cheese
That's
Hot
not
Pocket.
good.
That will give you.
gurgles, dude.
Dude, I have to. Every time I go to the grocery store, I have to stop myself. That's one thing I have self-control over. Is ham and cheese Hot Pockets.
It's the only thing. You're like, that's the one demon I can fight successfully every day. And I have to fight it every day.
It's Hot Pockets?
Ham and cheese Hot Pockets.
Do you have ham and cheese Hot Pockets in your home?
No.
Okay, thank God.
What's a food like that for you that you're like, I just can't.
Oh,
So we'll end the podcast.
fucking the Nutter Butter bars.
Oh man.
Really?
I will eat 1,000 of those in a row.
Okay. Yeah.
Like as many as there. We
As
have
many
never
as there
had them
are?
in our house.
Oh.
Because as many as there are, that's how many I will consume.
Star Crunch.
Star Crunch.
I cannot have Star Crunch. Also, the Girl Scout cookies. The samosas.
So are you kidding me?
Dude, yeah,
there were
they're so
cases
hard.
of them in my
So
house.
hard.
I started praying again, Scott. That's how fucking bad it got.
Bro, I bought like, God, how many boxes did I buy? Because James bought some too. How many did I buy right off top?
Like 6 or 8, a lot.
And that was just for me. That was just fucking
I know.
Samoas.
Yeah.
And those were gone so
uncomfortably
fast. Like
quick.
10 days,
Yeah.
something. Dude, it was bad.
Yeah.
We were just playing Call of Duty and chain smoking Samoas. Which was a great way to start the year.
You lived in Atlanta, dude.
Look, I'm not smoking crack anymore. I got to get my fucking kicks
Something.
one way or
Something.
another, dude. All right, you know what I mean,
dude, Crystal Burgers. You know Crystals?
Oh,
bro.
Yeah.
I would like so we used to have this thing when I was
Okay, but have you had White Castle?
No, I've had them frozen from the gas
Oh,
station.
yeah, no, that's garbage.
not
No.
fair.
actual White
No,
Castle.
because White Castle is better.
I don't disagree with you. It wasn't Harold and Kumar went to Crystals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like,
That's fair.
and they're both regional.
but it is the same. It's roughly the same idea.
Sure, yes, tiny hamburgers.
Yeah.
Should we
And
do
Crystal is White
do-
Castle is probably only better to me because I grew up in Illinois, and that's
White Castle.
dominated by White Castle.
Yeah, so we used to do this thing at
Should we
Crystal.
do Gerald and Jamal go to Crystal?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a sketch that we do.
Yeah. We used to do this thing at
Who's
Crystal.
playing Jamal?
It was called me. Trey's a black name already.
Yeah.
It was
is
called
Tammy.
it was called the Freebird Challenge, right? It was called the Freebird Challenge, and it was it was when I was in college. It was me and like all my friends that I was in like theater stuff with. We would go to Crystal's. It was down the street from the school, and you'd get a sack full combo, which was 24 Crystals, 2 fries, and 2 drinks, right? And if you could eat all of it and drink both drinks by the time the song Freebird ended, your friends had to pay for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, and this is like $25 probably, and you're like, whatever. I'm undefeated. I'm 9-0.
Dude, what?
And you're asking, like, why
Are you on the fucking wall yet?
Why Freebird? Like, why not just put a timer? And I'll tell you, because around the time you get full is when the guitar solo hits, and you're good, dude. You'll just power
then you
through.
power through it. Yeah, that's motivation.
That's what pushes you through. Yeah, that's fair.
I was 9-0. I was so good at it that my friends, they're like, we don't want to. This isn't fun for us.
All right, plug that restaurant one more time, and then all your social media and stuff like that.
Crystals. Love you guys so much. Social media, at Tre Pack Comedy, TREPACK, comedy. All one word.
Comedy with 3 Ks.
Dude, yeah, exactly. A guy told me the other day on
It is from
Instagram
Tennessee.
that my accent's not thick with 2 C's, it's thick with 3 Ks, and I love that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Yeah, that's it, man. I don't have any shows or anything right now because I'm not that good. But I'm joking. I'm fucking so good at this, dude. It's crazy.
It's pretty good. It's pretty cool that you're a barber
Yeah.
because you're putting the hair back in heritage.
All right.
Southern heritage.
You want to roast battle? Adam Lucky. Book
Heritage, not hate.
Book it. Me, Gabriel. Me versus Gabe and Scott.
All right.
Stoney Baloney.
Book it.
Who?
Book it, Adam.
Him versus us.
In a roast battle.
Roast
You wanna
battle.
go for
Let's do it.
both of us?
Dude, somebody call the ship, dude. We're making this happen.
That would actually be a lot of fun if we roast battled together as Stoney.
As Stoney
Baloney. Or
Baloney.
as the fucking horse.
All right. Let's talk about this off.
Your custom horse suit. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, this is off mic. All right.
All right. Somebody
All your shit will be below.
Call Adam
Fucking
Lucky.
thank you very much. This was a blast. We appreciate you.
Thank
we
you for
love
having
you.
me. I'm so high. I'm just kidding. This is all fake, and this has been prop weed. It's really retarded that you guys do this.
Yeah, it's
stupid
silly that we
podcast.
make you pretend. Yeah.
And none of this can be used for litigation.
Yep.
Yeah, none of this is weed. It's crazy. Yeah. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Scott.